Nice job, Coach Poovy. Hey, welcome to the JV Sports Show. That was great, James. She's well spoken. You definitely married up.
Well, we already knew that, man. So you talk about outkicking my coverage. I wrote the book on that myself.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JV Sports Show. So Vince DeLisio, James Poovy here with you. Thank you for joining us on another beautiful Saturday morning. And the home edition, I forget how many of these we've done now, but it's like business as usual for us. We're still getting out there doing our limited outreach here and virtually and as well as on our live YouTube network channel. So good morning, everyone out there, and thank you for joining us. James, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, pal. How are you?
Not too bad, man. I step on the scale every couple of days and I just kind of shake my head, and I'm trying to get out there and burn this stuff off. But, it's nothing like getting out there and a little bit of elbow grease to get the calories burned. So
yeah.
Sitting here and enjoying my coffee, burning calories that way.
Nothing wrong with that, my friend. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate it. Good morning to everybody out there in radio. And I guess you could kind of say TV land today, huh, Vince, because we're live on YouTube. We got a great show for you coming up. Obviously, we want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. That was my wife you heard on there a couple of moments ago. Did you like that cougar growl at the end there, Ben?
That was awesome. So and your wife, in case our audience, listening and viewing audience, did not know this, but your wife is the head girls basketball coach at Phoenix Christian High School, and has been for a few years now, and has put together a string of some pretty good teams out there.
Yeah, she's this is her 5th season. And
wow.
Funny little backstory. Our son Dallas was born in February of 2016. 4 days, Vince, after he was born, I was wheeling her into Prescott Arena up there, Tim's Toyota Center, to coach the state championship game, and they won it.
Oh my gosh.
4 days after
4 days. And anytime I get a hangnail, I feel like I need to go to the hospital.
No doubt.
Wow. That is amazing.
So if that tells you how much she loves to coach her girls.
I'll say. Well, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Unfortunately, we were going to have some moms call in. My mom has to work this morning. Your mom was
went
busy
right to
this morning.
Vince. I don't know. She might have went to first Monday trades days there in Canton, Texas. I'm not sure, but.
Well, you know what? As long as they're doing what they want to do, that's what it's all about.
Yes, exactly.
It's not about us as much as we want to make it about us, right?
They've already paid their dues with us, so they get to spread their wings.
Yeah, and our wives obviously are moms, so happy Mother's Day, Cheryl, and happy Mother's Day, Tara, Coach Poovy, and all you moms out there.
And all the moms and my wife as well. Yes, thank you guys for all you do, and especially right now, Vince, because let's face it, it's a challenging time. I think everyone can sympathize, whether you have kids in the teens or in the preteens or in the infancy, but it's a challenging time. Everybody's trying to work from home right now and get the kids, keep them up with their schoolwork. And luckily, this is officially the last week of school coming up, so that would be nice.
Yeah, some interesting things going on. Obviously, our the Arizona governor, Doug Ducey, has announced that he was going to be cautiously opening some businesses for business, and so that's people are raring to get back out there while still also being very cautious. Trying to get back to work and back to resuming some type of normalcy. So that was yesterday and rolling into Monday, and hopefully the thing is getting under control, and people are still practicing safe measures.
Yes, indeed. Well, we have to keep going, Vince. I mean, I don't know if you heard yesterday, but they said that it was spiking a little bit, the death numbers, unfortunately, for Arizona just in 1 day. So I'm not in a rush to get out and get back to everything as much as I want to.
Yeah.
We got to be smart about this, and let's think about it. It's really just a blink of an eye. A couple of months in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that bad. So we got to just kind of finish strong, as we always say in the sporting world, right? We got to finish the fourth quarter right now, and we got to push through. So.
Well, yeah, that and we're graduation is coming up here for
graduation.
Yeah. So we've got some things in the works. We're not going to reveal it just yet, but you have to stay tuned to the JV Sports Show, because we want to be as much a part as again, not making it about us, but in a sense we are. We want to continue to bring you things and honor our students, and that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for that. Some fun stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks, and schools are getting awful creative. I'll just say that.
Yes, they are. It's going to be an exciting time. So as Vince mentioned, you might want to stay tuned. If you're watching right now on that YouTube channel, go ahead and make sure and click that subscribe button, because we got some very special things coming up over the next couple of weeks. And then in the fall, knock on wood, Vince, we'll be doing some Thursday night football, and the interest just keeps growing for that.
Yes, yes. So schools, coaches, high schools, please let us know if you're interested in maybe seeing if we can do a broadcast out at your place. Send us an email, send us a tweet, a Facebook message, whatever. Let us know you're out there, and we'll circle back with you once the AIA releases schedule. So I've been hearing everything from May 15th, May 18th, June 1st that the AIA, the Arizona Interscholastic Association, was going to finalize those schedules for the fall, and so stay tuned. And if we have been in contact with you in the past, and you get your schedule, or you have an idea of what game you wanted to highlight on a Thursday night, what rivalry game, whatever, get us that date, and we'll make sure and pencil it in, and we'll see what we can do.
We're really excited about the interest that's been created here with the Thursday night football, and unfortunately, the sad part is that we only have 10 games to work with. But that's okay. If we can't get you in for this season, hopefully this thing will continue and we can get you on the docket for next season. But,
yeah, definitely. And we've been in contact with coaches and athletic directors about the format. We talked about some things, and it's been very fluid as to how we want to bring you these games. Obviously, what's known is that James and I are going to be doing the broadcast from the top of your bleachers, your press box, the back of somebody's truck, wherever it is on your field that gives us a good vantage point to actually see the game. And then obviously, Brittany Boyer is going to be joining us doing some sideline reporting, and we don't want to interrupt the flow of the game. So what she will likely do is, bring you some reporting during the game from the sideline. And then, we'll see if we can catch coach it at halftime or at the end of the game or during pregame, live, so that we can make it as obviously as real and as solid as an experience to highlight your programs and your kids as much as possible.
Yeah, we're trying to really make it a top-notch broadcast. Brittany's going to be roaming the sideline. She's going to be reporting on everything from injured players to big plays and everything, and then obviously she's going to try to catch the coaches as they come on and off the field at halftime, and then obviously during a post-game interview as well. So it's going to be some good stuff. We're really looking forward to it, and we're just really happy that the interest is there, and we're going to make it really great. It's going to be a great time. And I'm thinking everyone's going to appreciate things even more, Vince, when we get back to quote normal, whatever that means.
I think so. And the other thing regarding the Thursday night football broadcast, it's not just going to be the big schools, the schools that have traditionally gotten the attention in the past. We're working all levels. We're going down to 2A. We want to get up into northern Arizona, into the White Mountains, into southern Arizona, way out west. So get in touch with us, wherever we can get to by car. We're going to do it, and us and James and I and our crew and our cameraman producer Greg Jones, GL Jones, and team.
We're loading everything on top of your Prius, and we're heading out. So
that's it. $10 of gas will get us wherever we need to go. Hey, we're operating on a tight budget, so we'll get it done.
Yes, indeed. Would you believe, Vince, if I told you I was going to call some live sports today?
No. What's going on? What do you got?
The championship of the Clausura 2020 tournament, Nicaraguan Pro Soccer. There's two countries in the world right now, Vince, playing soccer still, Nicaragua and Belarus, and that's only because they're level 1 coronavirus countries. And so I've been doing a couple of games for them over the last couple of weeks, and tonight is the championship, Real Estelí against the home Managua Blue Lions. You got to get the feed on our channel. Can you do it? I will do that. I'll post a link on there, and then everybody can tune in. I'll be joined by Ben Wilson on the play-by-play, and I'll be doing color tonight. So it's been fun, man. I've been able to do it. I'm doing it right here from the house, right here from the same chair. So wow. See, there you go, folks. So anybody that wants to watch some live sports, tune in. Nowhere else in the country that this is happening that I know of. In the world, even. In the world. Yeah. So 6 p.m. tonight is the kickoff, I guess you say. And, okay.
I'm gonna tune in. In fact, my dad's a big soccer fan. I'm gonna get him on the JV Sports Show Network link on YouTube. Subscribe. That's the easiest way to know what's going on. If you subscribe, you get these alerts with programming and what's going on, and you'll see some live sports tonight, courtesy of Mr. James Poovey.
And Spock Talk. I got to give a shout out to them as well. So we got a great show, events coming up. We're going to be talking with Coach Marco Regalado. He's from South Texas. And when I say South Texas, I mean you got about 2 more miles and you're at the border right there.
Wow.
So he's been doing a lot of funny coaching parodies on YouTube. I'm sure you've probably seen them.
Yep.
Things that coaches are not supposed to say. Coaches in the lunch line at school, all kinds of funny stuff. So we're going to talk with him when we come back. He's going to join us here on YouTube as well. And so we're looking forward to that. And then after that, we'll be talking with Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society. So everybody stay tuned. Another beautiful Saturday here on the JV Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Go JV.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron.
That's exciting, James, about doing the game.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a good time. I've been trying to get with that company for a little bit, and they finally got back with me, and then it just happened. I didn't think we were going to be, with all this coronavirus, I didn't think it was going to be, I was like, okay, well, whenever it works out, maybe in the fall sometime, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're doing it. No, you could just pick another one. I was thinking.
Yeah, pick another one.
You can just pick one. Thank you, pal. Yeah, another promo. What do you think, Vince?
Do you have one for Matthew? I'll send one to you.
Sorry, we got to update that file for you. My bad.
Yeah. All right.
Do we have?
Yeah, I'm sending him.
Do we have
right
Marco yet? Okay, great.
All right, Aaron, just sent you a bunch. There's one in there that says Sophie.
Thanks, Vince.
No, thank you. Is there anything else internationally that these guys do, like football, that we could stream, that we could broadcast for them?
They do a lot of stuff with like FIBA and all that for European basketball and baseball and all that kind of stuff.
That would be cool.
So I'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, something. Just tell them, look, we'll broadcast one of your,
Yeah. Or if worst case, we could both do broadcast from home. It's doing it remotely is what it is.
Yeah.
Everything's remote.
Yeah, something international. Hey, this week, the game of the week for whatever network, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And it'd give them some publicity.
Uh-huh.
So, great.
Coach.
You got it? I'll resend.
Welcome back to the JV Sports Show. Another beautiful Saturday morning here. Vince, it's Mother's Day tomorrow.
Mother's Day.
Did you talk to your mom last night?
I spoke to Mom yesterday, and because she was getting up, going back to work today, and so she was busy. She said, "I need to get my rest." So I said, "All right, I won't bother you, Mom."
Outstanding.
So, yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
What do you got going on for the rest of the day?
Rest of the day. Well, today it's Mother's Day, so we're just kind of we're lounging around here. Cheryl's gonna make a dinner for Mom. My folks are coming over tonight for dinner. We're, this will be the first time my parents have been to the house since it's been a couple of months. So we're gonna, make sure and space everyone a few feet apart and still respect the social distancing.
Are you
But
gonna put tape on the floor and everything? Make sure everybody
yeah, some
like,
arrows and where to walk.
go,
Don't cross this line. Yeah, exactly.
Don't you kind of feel robotic now when you go out in public? If
yeah,
you
it's.
gotta go into a store and you're like, okay, go over here, go over here.
And it used to be you couldn't, now it's perfectly well within your rights to tell people, look, I don't feel comfortable with you standing that close to me. And
right.
It's just weird.
Now you can actually say it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
goodness.
Yeah. But anyway, how about you?
Well, just hanging out for the rest of the day, getting ready for Mother's Day festivities tomorrow. Got some seafood ordered from one of the Ottawa University players. He's doing some stuff up, crab legs and stuff, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go over, I think, to my brother-in-law's and celebrate the moms.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff. So anyway, great day to be alive.
It is indeed.
So anyway, so we have okay. So and actually we have Coach Regalado, Marco Regalado. Is he called in, Aaron?
Okay.
Oh. All right.
All right. Well,
Plan B.
Our producer says we sound fine. That's the main thing, right? So okay. Hey, back to Thursday Night Football.
Yes.
We're gonna make it an awesome broadcast. Sideline reporter, we're gonna be up in the booth. We're gonna have multiple cameras on the shot. We're gonna have a sideline camera, so you're gonna be able to see the players up close and personal when they come off the field. Their reactions while they're getting called into the game. And we're trying to just amp it up and make it as good as possible. You're going to be the only show in town that week, and we're going to feature you guys and the opponent that you choose or that you work out to host for the week.
Well, and listen to some of these schools so far. We had almost 50 schools out of the couple of hundred that we contacted and let them know about this. We had. Let me read through some of these names of schools that say they are in, but obviously it's going to depend on the schedule and being able to negotiate that to set a Friday night to a Thursday night game. Barry Goldwater up in the North Valley, Buckeye High School celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. That's going to be a special game, and there'll be a lot of fun out there. Coach Kelly Moore, Camelback, my old alum, the Spartans, Coach Brandon McNutt. And new principal, James Arndt. They'll be hosting a game. Casa Grande, the Cougars, the Cougs, Coach Jake Barrow. Combs High School out in the East Valley wanted to possibly see if they can schedule their biggest rival, Apache Junction, for that game. So we don't know. We'll see.
Good one, the Prospectors.
Yeah. Desert Edge, the Scorpions. A new co-head coaches, Mark and Marcus Carter, are looking at scheduling a date. Desert Ridge out in the East Valley, okay. Heading up, we were talking White Mountain area, Holbrook High School. You ever been to Holbrook?
I have never been to Holbrook, but I have a feeling we might be going up there this fall. It's about 3.5 hours away, right? I must take off.
It is, but you never know with the with the hybrid. Maybe we can cut the time off.
Get the HOV lane all the way up the 260.
Yeah. Northwest Christian, Coach Innes.
Yeah.
Okay. Paradise Honors, Coach Goodlow.
As you mentioned, Vince, we're not just doing, it's not just 6A and 5A. We're going all over the divisions and all over the map.
Yes. Yeah. This is going to be unprecedented. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
now, yesterday there was an update. I don't know if you were aware, but there was a hearing over the last couple of days regarding the lawsuit that was filed for a couple of schools. Petitioning that they wanted to stay in their classification and not get moved up, saying that they were citing safety issues and so forth. And so apparently there was a hearing over the last couple of days, and now they're saying that they're going to come back. The judge is going to come back and rule probably next week. They're hoping, but they say it could take if it doesn't get done next week, then it might take up until May 18th. And so that's another 8 or 10 days. So it's going to be June, probably June, before we really get a true schedule of everything. Obviously, everyone kind of already knows their division opponents that they play home and away, every year. But it's really about the elective games or the freedom games, I guess they're called now. That really throws a wrench into everything once we're able to get a final schedule.
And
then
that's
we can dive in and start scheduling those Thursday night games officially.
Well, and James, and that's been my understanding is that the schools for the most part know their schedules. There's a couple, non-conference games, things that they are yet to finalize. But for the most part, they have an idea and they're preparing for it as if, the season's going to start and
Right.
Kids will start to report in everything, for the fall, late summer. And so they're working on essentially just waiting. It's a hurry up and wait for the AIA to get things done. So anyway, but hopefully that all comes to fruition soon and we know where we're at in the next month.
Yeah. Now, as we mentioned, obviously the AIA will get the pick of the litter, if you will, for the games, and they're still going to have the Friday night game of the week. I believe that's Chris Harris and Dan Minucci on that call. I'm not sure. I haven't confirmed that for this coming season yet, but anyway, they're still going to have that game, and then we'll be doing our Thursday night game. So you're going to have Thursday night football and then Friday night high school football. I know you're involved with Camelback and Campo Verde.
Yeah.
I'm involved with Red Mountain, and then on Saturdays we'll be doing Ottawa and then Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference. Which did you see that there was another signee for them?
No,
University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Oh, yes. The Hohokam League. Yeah.
Yes. For the Raging Cajuns. They signed
I saw that. And what's the connection with Grandpa?
Well, my grandfather is from that area in Louisiana. He's from right down the street there, Louisiana Lafayette. So it's crazy.
For everybody that said that this league was not going to make it or was not irrelevant, I'll tell you what, it's awful relevant now.
It is.
So
they're still picking players out of there, and I know the teams are ramping up. I've seen them on Twitter. They're ramping up for the next season. Even though we're quarantining right now, they're still able to get some playbook stuff done and some install stuff done remotely. And I know the guys are working out and trying to stay strong and healthy. And so they're preparing for another great season and season 2 of the Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, and the coaches really make this league. They've been around. These guys know what they're doing, and they've coached for so many years against each other, with each other, and the players that they're bringing in. I mean, as long as a kid has a desire, a young person, young man. I was going to say, it's not just young men. I mean, we, the kicker from Gila River last year, the young lady out of Basha High School. Becca Longo. It's if a young person has the desire to play, to continue playing after high school, and they don't necessarily want to leave the state or don't want to commit to a 4-year program just yet, still want to kind of dip their toe in the water, that's a pretty good option.
Oh, great options. And let's face it, a lot of kids, obviously, you want to go D1. You're in junior high, you're in high school, you watch all the glitz and glamour, Ohio State and all this other stuff. But then when you get down to the nuts and bolts of events and you realize, hey, wait a minute, if I go play football halfway across the country, number one, my family is hardly ever going to come see me play because they just can't. It's logistically difficult. A lot of things come into play when you really get down to the reality of it. And it's not so bad to stay home and play football and still be able to play.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's a great option. James, 2 other schools that I failed to mention that had given the green light that want to proceed with Thursday night football. Post and Butte out in the Southeast Valley.
Broncos.
Yeah, and Pueblo High School down in Tucson. Coach Jake Allen down there, and he wants to make this happen. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to go all over the state. We're going to feature some teams that you might not have seen before or maybe never even heard of. So it's going to be very exciting. We're going to take a short break here on the JV Sports Show. When we come back, we're going to visit with Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society. And I see she's already waiting in the waiting room there, Vince, on Zoom. So we're going to have her on here with us on YouTube as well. So stay tuned. It's another great day here on the JV Sports Show. And in our final segment this morning, we're going to talk to Corey Thorpe and John Cooper from NAIA football, and we're going to talk about the Arizona Christian University football schedule. Stay tuned.
Our old friends, the NAIA football guys.
That's right.
Love those guys.
Stay tuned here on the JV Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I still owe her $20.
Still?
Yeah.
Gosh. All right, we got Kelsey. I'm going to bring her in, okay?
Sounds good.
Oh, you know, it was mine. I had it on mute by mistake. My bad. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Marco either. Oh, well. All right. All right, let's bring Kelsey in.
Who was that? Oh, that was Camille Nesbitt.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I put her promo on.
Oh, nice.
Kelsey.
Hey, Kelsey.
Good morning. How are you? She's just trying to.
Do I need to have my computer?
Now I can hear you.
There she is.
My computer
Okay.
audio on?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're good.
There you go.
All right.
Perfect. How are you?
Thanks so much for joining us. Who's your
Sorry,
little friend?
I'm like listening to this and thank you guys for having us on.
Yeah,
no.
Dog's name?
Will I be listening to you through the earphones?
Got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so should I
so.
mute my computer?
No, don't mute because I don't think we'll be able to. Your mic might be muted too if you mute.
Okay, so you're going
right?
to hear me through the computer.
Yeah, you could probably mute your sound on your computer. Just make sure you don't mute your microphone. And we'll be able to tell in a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know it's kind of tricky
Okay.
on the radio and everything on Zoom. Okay, so we can still hear you.
Okay, thank you guys.
Okay?
Well,
Oh,
thanks for having
good.
me on.
Sure, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. What's the dog's name?
Summer. I'm having a hard time hearing you guys through here and with the, sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead and adjust if you do. I know it's kind of tricky with the radio and the live, the YouTube.
Yeah, her name is Summer Sunshine.
Summer Sunshine. And how old?
She's about to be 3 years old.
And what is her breed?
She's a cattle dog mix.
Cattle dog.
Kind of coyote-ish.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
That commercial was really cute with your daughter. It was cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Vince's. Yeah.
Dad, you owe me $20.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Still haven't paid her. All right. Yeah, I wonder what happened with Coach Regalado. James, our first guest.
That's what we get for putting Kelsey on second. Right? She popped in 5 minutes early and everything. She's ready to roll.
Here we go.
Welcome back to another edition of the JV Sports Show. The JV Sports Show cares about the community segment. We are pleased now to be joined by Mrs. Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society. Kelsey, how are you this morning?
Good. Thank you for having us and this little Summer Sunshine joining me today.
And Summer Sunshine is a 3-year-old kettle dog mix, you say?
Yeah, so she was actually rescued by the Arizona Humane Society. She was found in really terrible shape about 2 years ago. I ended up fostering her for, almost about 5 months. And then, of course, after that time, I just couldn't help but adopt her.
Awesome. So you, and that's one thing you do fostering. You've got what, like 10, 12 dogs running around your house, or what do you have going on over there? It's like a hot mess.
Oh, no, actually not me personally, but there are definitely some fosters that are doing that. Usually when I foster other kind of animals, I'm usually doing kittens. So then I'm able to kind of get them in a separate space. And then once they're healthy, they can come out and play with Summer.
She's so calm. I'm just impressed that she's just like totally like, I mean, is she tranquilized? I mean, how come she's not like running around yelling, kind of like our dogs, like James and I, like we have no control, kind of like our kids.
Well, she's a dog.
I actually have her up on a chair, so I think she's just kind of relaxing right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Awesome. And now the first time we got to talk to you a couple months ago now, we weren't in this current situation that we're in, and now we're quarantined. But you guys are still able to keep things going over there at the Humane Society with virtual adoptions. Tell us about how all that works.
Yeah, it has been absolutely amazing. The community's help has just been so incredible, especially because of great partners like you guys. So thank you so much for helping to get the word out. But we are doing virtual matchmaking adoptions by appointment, which is so fun. So people can visit azhumane.org/adopt to see all of the adoptables that we have and then create an appointment online. And what's so great about that is that we have some dedicated adoptions counselors who are calling people before their appointment just to make sure they know everything about the pet that they're interested in. They know their background, they know the perfect home setup for them, they know whether they have any behavior issues, like maybe they need to be the only pet, or maybe they need to be with older kids just because of some shyness or some issues like that. So it's been really great. The community has absolutely came out. And then of course we are practicing safe guidelines at all of our locations. So we're making sure that we're only having one location open right now that we're doing the adoptions at. So our adoptions counselors, when they call you, they get you all set up with that. And then of course, if the pet does get adopted before you go there, we'll give you a call and see if you're interested in another one as well. But because we rescue the sick, injured, and abused pets each and every day, you can imagine, especially with this heat going on right now, it's kitten season. You know, we just had to be able to have a way to get those pets out. Otherwise, if we had to end up closing and not being able to intake any more of the most at-risk pets here in the Valley, that would be a really bad situation for so many animals out there.
Kelsey, have you noticed throughout this pandemic, has the number of pets, you know, with intake, has it spiked upward, and where are you in terms of capacity now? Are you beyond full? I mean, how is that looking at the facilities?
So you guys mentioned fostering earlier. We have, you know, there's a lot of people out there who are not able to adopt. So they have signed up to be fosters, which has been so amazing for our capacity. So because we have so many people who are signed up and waiting for a pet, as soon as we have a pet on check foster, we're getting them placed within a day, which is absolutely incredible. Before, I think our average was about a week. So we're able to get those pets into homes and continued healing. So that's been really helping with our capacity. But as you can imagine, because we don't have every single one of our adoptions locations open up, capacity is getting a little crazy right now, especially with kitten season. So if anyone's interested in being a bottle baby kitten foster, we're definitely looking for them.
That's me, right?
Cat,
no, cats and me don't mix for some reason. It's not that I'm mean to cats, but I think they sense something to where they basically do the equivalent of flipping me off. I don't know what it is with cats. They just don't like me that much. I don't know. I try to be nice, but I need something to need me, I guess, and that's where dogs really do well with me.
Not cats.
So, yeah.
So Kelsey, talk a little bit more about the matchmaking process. Obviously, you guys put a lot into making sure that a pet is going to the proper home. Maybe you talk about, you know, how many kids do you guys have? Do you have other animals in the house? And how is this dog going to fit into your family?
Of course, yeah. So, you know, adding a pet to your home is a forever decision, but the Arizona Humane Society does have an open adoption policy. So we have our experts who are going to be there to help kind of guide you through the process, of course. And just so that way, not only is it a perfect match for you and your family, but it's also a perfect match for the pet. But just because I want a husky doesn't necessarily mean that I have the proper setup for a husky at this moment. So we just really talk through everything, you know, from breed restrictions on if, you know, maybe if you're in an apartment, like, do you have any breed restrictions? That's something that a lot of people don't think about. They think I can adopt any pet that I want, but maybe your landlord isn't on the same page. So we just want to make sure that it's the perfect setup for everybody. Of course, you know, if you do adopt and it doesn't work out, we have a 100% adoption policy. So if you do adopt a pet and for whatever reason, if it's tomorrow or in 10 years that you need to return that pet to us, we will accept them back with no questions asked, besides maybe if they have any medical history or anything that we need to know about, because we'd much rather have them back in our facility and be able to help them find another forever home rather than being abandoned or some other situations that we see these pets in. So really, we just want to make sure that it's the perfect setup for each party involved, because, you know, there's a lot of times where people think, oh, I want a puppy, and then 3 days into actually having a puppy, they're like, whoa, I didn't know everything that went into it. But because of that too, we also have a lot of different resources through our pet resource center, as well as virtual training as well. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways that we help adopters be set up for the best success as possible.
Kelsey, there's oftentimes, you know, there's stigmas attached to certain breeds of dogs. And when I was kind of scrolling through your website this week at the Humane Society, I saw a lot of bull terrier, pit bull type breeds. that's a stigma, because you hear, I mean, I think it's how they're trained, how they're brought up, but what do you see in terms of adoptions? Do a lot of nice families come in and save those dogs?
Yeah, so at the Arizona Humane Society, we have an ethical no-kill philosophy. So if there is a pet that is able to be adopted out, we will never euthanize for time or space. So even if the pet has to sit on the adoption floor for a little bit longer than others, but you are so right. So here in the Southwest, especially, we see a lot of pit bulls and chihuahuas come into our shelters. In different parts of the country, you're going to see different types of dogs. Maybe down south you'll have some coon hound dogs, or up like in the northeast you'll see some little terriers. But here in the Southwest, we definitely see those pets in the shelters a lot more often. And that's why, of course, fixing your animal is the best process for keeping them out of the shelters and preventing unwanted litters. But there are so many myths out there about these different animals. And what we recommend is just don't judge a pet by the cover of its book. We always recommend coming down and meeting the pets. Each one of them has their own individual personalities and all their adorable little quirks. But you are so right, because of maybe some different false or maybe exaggerated news stories, especially about the pit bull. Some people might be a little scared, but really there are so many studies out there that show that pit bulls are not more likely to bite than any other animal. And it's just all about, you're so right, it's all about how you raise them. And so if you raise them to be a nice, gentle pet, they are going to be a nice, gentle pet. And of course, we never adopt out a pet that's going to be dangerous to the public or to itself.
And so, Kelsey, if there's a family listening right now to the show and they say, hey, you know what, we're going to go out and we're going to adopt one. What's the first step? Where do they go? Do they contact you directly, go to the website? And then what is the out-of-pocket cost?
Of course, yeah. So all of our actual physical adoption locations are closed. So you can't come in and just be like, hey, I want to adopt a pet. Not right now, of course, because we're trying to keep everyone as safe as possible with all the COVID-19 process stuff going on. But if you go to azhumane.org/adopt, you can just sign up for an appointment right there, and then just say which pet you're interested in meeting, and then an adoptions counselor will be in touch with you and confirm your appointment and everything like that. There's no cost to come out and meet a pet, but of course there are adoption fees, but all of our adoption fees include spay neuter, updated vaccines, a free bag of food, as well as a follow-up exam with a VCA animal hospital. So you're really getting everything in one cute, adorable little furry package. And adopting is just one of the best ways that you can help these shelter pets and allow us to continue rescuing sick, injured, and abused pets here in the Valley.
Now there's a lot of reputable breeders out there, so we're not saying don't go to them, but what is the advantage of working through the Humane Society to adopt a pet?
Of course, yeah. So, I mean, we see the effects of, unwanted litters or accidental litters every single day. All the pets that come into their shelter are either homeless pets or they're pets giving up by their family because they just don't have the resources for them. So, of course, if you do choose to go out and shop, just make sure you do your homework. We do have resources online at azhumane.org on how to see if there's a backyard breeder, or maybe if you're adopting from a puppy mill type situation. So there's different tips on that so that you can do that safe. But of course, by adopting, there's actually about 25% of the animals that come through our shelter are purebred. So if you aren't in a super big hurry, there's going to be a breed that you want in there. And of course, there's been so many people who reach out to us saying like, hey, I want this pet or I want this one. And then they meet a whole different one and they give them a chance and they fall in love. So by adopting, you're not just saving that pet, you're not just also having a pet that's not going to procreate because we have a 100% spay neuter policy, but you're also opening up a kennel space for another animal to be saved as well. And these pets, I'm a little biased because of Summer, but they just give you so much love and they just know that you've saved them. So it's just obviously a win-win for everybody. And of course, by adopting, you're also helping us just save so many animals here in the Valley, and it's just a great way. But if you can't adopt, there's so many different ways that you can help us if you just want to visit azhumane.org to see different ways that you can do that.
Kelsey, thank you so much for joining us once again here on the JV Sports Show. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate what you're doing for pets here in the Valley and helping families find a companion. A lot of older senior citizens enjoy having dogs, especially at this time when they're isolated during the quarantine. So that's another option as well. And we just appreciate everything that you're doing here for pets in the Valley, and continue that great work. Thank you again for joining us.
Well, thank you guys for your support. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kelsey. All right.
Here on the JV Sports Show, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to be joined by John Cooper and Corey Thorpe from NAIA football in Florida. And thanks again to Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society for joining us. azhumane.org is the website. You can go on there and get information about their virtual adoption program. And I'm sure you can look through some of the animals on there as well.
Yeah. And they do, there's adoption events throughout the year where it's not just, if there's a situation where financially you can't afford to adopt, they have free adoption events when the shelters get full, or even with dogs that are a little bit older, maybe, unwanted pets that aren't, pick of the litter. Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
We got cut off, didn't we?
We're off. Yes, we did.
I couldn't hear you, Aaron. I'm sorry.
I heard Aaron, and I thought he said we were clear. Like, okay,
oh, man. Aaron, I'm sorry.
Live radio, it's best. Okay, so let's hope the NAIA football guys are awake. It's 11:45 on the East Coast. Oh, no, 12:45. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Camille said she'd call in. She checked her deal late, so
sweet.
We'll see if we can get her on. I emailed Regalado, Coach Regalado on Twitter. I don't know what happened. That was weird because he said I always have my phone on me.
I know he said that. I don't know if something happened. Let's see.
Yeah. All right, I'm doing a screenshot here. Look at your camera real quick.
Hold on, let me get. I don't know if I see exactly.
Maybe he got cold feet. Hey, Aaron, I apologize. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
All right, I sent it to him. So maybe can you text Camille like this?
Yeah.
And then if it takes football guys a minute or so. All right, cool.
Okay. Stacy's mom.
Welcome back to the JV Sports Show. Little Fountains of Wayne there on a Mother's Day weekend event. Stacy's mom
has got it going on.
Has got it going on. Indeed. Welcome back to the show.
Man.
Hope everyone's doing okay out there. Thanks again to Kelsey Dickerson for joining us in the last segment there from the Arizona Humane Society. A lot of great animals looking for homes out there. So if you guys are looking for a pet, make sure and reach out to azhumane.org. A lot of good stuff going on there. They're continuing their adoptions here, even through the pandemic, doing it virtually and still getting the job done.
Kelsey, brings an air of legitimacy to our program. She's always so professional. I can't say anything that rattles her cage. Even when I was talking about how cats, do the equivalent of flipping me off, whatever their gesture is, every time I try to get near one, and it just rolled off her back. She just kept going.
Yeah.
So,
she's unflappable, Vince, as we say.
Yeah. So, yes. Do we have our next guest on the phone?
I think we're still waiting for those guys to call in. John Cooper and Corey Thorpe from NAIAF.
It's not like, guys, if you want to come on our show and we ask you to be a part of our show, it's not like you got anything else going on, for gosh sakes. You guys are at home.
Yeah,
get near your phone and call us. I mean, you know, do you have an appointment or something this morning?
Maybe they're stuck getting breakfast tacos somewhere.
Well, holy smokes.
And
all right.
The funniest part is that they're hours ahead of us. These
yeah, it's not like they're sleeping in. It's noon wherever you're at.
12:48 on the East Coast and 11:48 in Texas.
Yeah. Well,
hey, that's all right.
It's okay. It gives us a chance to get caught up, right? That's right. And to spread our message of love throughout our own community.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to go ahead and say something about the 19th, or is it a little too early for that?
Oh boy. So in, isn't it? It's almost completely locked in. I would just say stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also stay near your radio. And if you're out of our signal range, which it's a pretty wide signal here in Arizona, but if you happen to be outside of that, then you'll want the radio station's live stream link, which isn't a big deal. You just go on their website and click on it, and that's it.
It's live.KDUS1060.
Yes, and there's some good stuff coming up. We wanted to, again, James and I wanted to be a part of this whole graduation thing for the seniors, to help honor this year's class of seniors. And we're doing something, we're collaborating. I call it a collaboration, and we'll be doing something really, really neat. Stay tuned for that. Something unprecedented.
Yeah, and you talk about the creativeness, Vince, of some of these schools during this pandemic with the graduations, and it's fantastic because I know personally we're involved with the Phoenix Christian graduation because my wife was a part of that. I'm involved with the Scottsdale Christian graduation, and then now we're going to be involved with a couple other graduations possibly. So
yeah,
it's really exciting time, but it's gonna be a busy couple of weeks coming up.
Yeah. So good stuff.
I have to actually shower and get ready to leave the house for once. So I don't know.
You know what? I got a message from Camille Nesbitt, Mama Nez, and we were going to have her call in this morning. She's on the golf course with her husband right now.
For Mother's Day.
She just sent me a picture. She sent me a picture of Mike getting ready to tee off. His golf bag is hanging out there. What they don't show.
Any way you can share that with us on YouTube? Share your screen and Zoom.
You know what? I'm gonna let me see what I can do here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that here. See if I can.
So they're golfing right now.
They are golfing right now. So yeah, let me share my screen. All right, everybody, take a look at this. There you go. You see that?
Oh, there it is.
That is Coach Mike Nesbitt. Well, he's got his OUAZ gear on right there. I don't know what that hat is.
Here, Vince, while we're at it, let's take a look here.
Yeah.
The knees aren't too bad. What else are you noticing?
Well, his back is kind of down. I don't know. Maybe I don't think those are custom made clubs. I think he might have stole those from a kid.
That's
because
a good looking bag, though.
It is a nice looking bag. What you don't see is the golf cart and the beer cart nearby. So
just parked with the emergency brake on, just right there.
Yeah, the hazard lights flashing. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
So anyway,
good stuff. Thanks to Camille Nesbitt for sharing that one with us.
Yeah.
Little did they know they were going to be live on YouTube this morning, but there it was, man.
Yeah. Did
you know what else we got, my friend?
What do we have?
We've got the Arizona Christian University football schedule.
That's right. Oh, yes. So let's run through that real quickly here.
Thanks to Coach Jeff Bowen for sharing that information with us. And that was just released this week, I understand.
Yeah.
They're going to start out on the road, Vince. And when I say on the road, I mean on the road. Montana State University Northern, the Lights, up in Harve, Montana.
How you know that, I don't know.
The Northern Lights.
Yeah. Interesting. Who else do they have on the schedule?
Game number 2 is their first home game on September the 5th. They're going to host the University of Laverne. So that's a Division 3 team. And then they will have a bye week on the 12th of September. They'll return to action again the next week on the 19th of September. Another home game against the Wayland Baptist Pioneers. That's a Sooner Athletic Conference game there. So they're going to get right into conference play, game 3. So they're going to get it going right away.
Wow.
They hit the road on the 26th of September to Waxahachie, one of your favorite places.
I still can't say that.
Try it again. Waxahachie.
What's a Haji?
Wax?
No. Waxahachie. Okay.
Got it.
Got it.
Wayland they're playing Southwestern Assemblies of God University Lions there.
The Sagoo.
They have another bye week.
Yeah.
October the 3rd, they're on a bye, and then they return home on the 10th of October, Saturday night, against the Langston University Lions. That'll be a good one right there.
Some great teams on their schedule, some great teams within the conference, and of course they'll close out. They'll head on the road. They've got Oklahoma Panhandle State University. Who was the coach at Panhandle, James? Do you remember?
That's the first-year head coach, Bob. His last name is escaping me.
Majeski.
Majeski, that's right, Coach Bob Majeski.
Coach.
We had him on the coaches show last week. We're gonna have to do, or last year, I should say, now, not last week. We're going to do another one of those, Vince, and do a little Sooner Athletic Conference preview show.
Yeah, fun stuff.
That'll be fun.
What
else is on the schedule for the Firestorm as they round out their 20 campaign?
Well, the 24th, they are October 24th. They'll be at OUAZ, so we'll be broadcasting that game. Be interesting to see if we can get that one broadcast locally and not just on Stretch Internet, but maybe one of the networks will pick it up, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're working right now behind the scenes to try to get that one on the radio for you guys, and also trying to get that at least on local television there in Surprise, possibly. If not, it'll obviously be on the Stretch live stream as well, but we'll see what we can do with that one. How's the rest of the schedule looking there for?
Well, they've got 2 back-to-back home games. So Texas Wesleyan, I still haven't come up with a looks like, well, yeah, location. It'll either be at Cactus High School home game or perhaps the new stadium that they're working on completing on their campus. But that'll be a home game. That's October 31st on Halloween, and that'll be a noontime kickoff. And then the week after, another home game, 11 a.m., Lyon College, close out the regular season away at Texas College. So who's on the line with us, James? We have a special caller.
I think we finally have Coach Regalado on with us. Coach, are you there? Good. How are you, sir? Hey, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Hey,
Coach, you owe us now. You're going to have to do some of those parodies. What got you? We only have a couple minutes left, but in about 30 seconds, tell us what got you to start doing these things. Oh no. Yeah.
For those of you not familiar with who we're talking with, this is Coach Marco Regalado. He is at PSJA Memorial High School down near Brownsville, Texas, the very southern tip of Texas. And he's been doing some really funny coaching parodies over the last couple of months now, I think.
Yeah. So
if you're available next Saturday, we'd love to have you come on video here with us. And maybe we can, I'd like to run some of those parodies so people can check them out as well if you're available.
You have to do one for us real quick. What's been the most popular one? Set it up for us.
Right. That's like Vince.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe not even go to any of the sessions. Just stay in the room the whole time.
All right. So make us a promise next week, Coach. Now it's a 2-hour time difference. So, we're on from 9 to 10 here Pacific time. Next week, you're going to come on with us. And we're also going to Zoom so we can see you on video. But you'll come on, we'll pick a couple, we'll have you on early in the show and bring you back and do some of those for us, and maybe some new ones that you haven't debuted yet.
Coach, it's okay.
It happens.
You're a busy man. You're probably making another video.
Yeah. All right. So
hey, have a great week, Coach. We'll talk to you. I'll be in
Yep.
touch with you, and we'll have you on again next week if you're available, okay?
God all
bless
right. Thank
sir.
you,
Happy
Coach.
Mother's Day.
So,
Vince,
James, that's it. It's been another great show. Who do we have to thank?
the best ever. We got to thank our sponsors, my friend.
Best ever.
Dentistry, Stetson
Yes.
Movement Company.
Yes. All of our partners, Vets Built Contracting.
Sal's Gilbert Pizza.
Yep. The Let It Fly Football Drills and Skills Camp.
Yes, that's going to be cranking up again very shortly, too. So another great show. Thanks as well to our guest today, Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society. Coach Marco Regalado, we'll have him back on next week. We'll be able to see him, and hopefully we'll get some impressions live on YouTube there. That'll be great. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay tuned. And as we mentioned, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. We love you guys. Stay safe. Wash those
hands.
Love
you.
Thank you, pal.
Thank you, man.
Have a great weekend. Thanks, pal.
All right. We'll talk.
Bye.